The sad part about it is he died in his brother's arms. They were twins, identical twins. And his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding. And he died in his brother's arms. And I rushed up there, and I saw him on the gurney. And I could tell. They said he wasn't breathing. I could see all the blood. I saw where the wound was.
Understandably still in shock, Jeff Metcalf says a precious memory was made just this past weekend when he took his twin boys hunting. That's where Austin got his first hog. Well, this morning at around 10, he rushed here to Kirkendall Stadium where the Memorial High School student athlete suffered a fatal stab wound during this track and field meet. Frisco police say a fight broke out between two students when one stabbed the other. More than 100 student athletes were participating in this meet. Fortunately, they were safely evacuated. Police arrested the suspect. He is 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony of Frisco. He is now charged with murder. Some students unfortunately witnessed this deadly encounter and have been interviewed by police. Despite life-saving efforts, the 16-year-old victim died at the hospital. Austin, his father shares, was born 2 minutes before his twin brother Hunter, the two inseparable. As you can imagine, Austin is being remembered as an outstanding student at Memorial High, his football team's MVP, and a young man of faith. His father grappling with loss and forgiveness.
And ladies and gentlemen, 4 days ago he tweeted out, "Faith that God got me, heart emoji, and my work will pay off." This kid should be alive. It makes no sense for an argument when you're going to a track and meet with a bunch of people, you have a disagreement and somebody stabs you. I'm like, come on, man. That's a very personal move. And that's why I don't like impulsive reaction. Whenever I hear people are impulsive, it's okay, it's how I react.
I got hit 19 times out here, Doug. Literally. No cap on it, no extra. I got fucking 24 holes. 19 of them bitches went in. Couple in and out, so I got 24 holes. I got hit 19 times, Dad. What the fuck more do you want me to prove? It ain't like I'm in a city for the brotherly love. I'm in a city for the fucking backdoor crab in the buckets. I keep talking about come outside. Yeah, use a bitch. What? Any nigga in their right state of mind was in my size 10s right now. I promise you, they will not be on no fucking block with no fucking old base season. Man, listen, man. This is how a nigga want a nigga out here, man. For real, for real.
I don't really like impulsive reaction, especially in high stakes situation. My father always told me, calm down, stay here, don't do that, be careful, avoid that situation. That is what I was taught. So whenever I see a community or a specific section promoting certain things because it's part of our culture, because of this, that, it sounds beautiful, but long term, it has very bad effect on a community, and you might make something normal for a kid that doesn't even understand the situation.
Real shit. Nigga will not be moving like that, my nigga. I'm telling you. I tried it. I tried to act like, yeah, I'm untouchable. I got hit, I'm back out, I ain't trying to hit nothing. I tried it. Guess what happened? They got hit again. Pound. Tried it again after that. Guess what happened? Pound. Got hit again. Tried it again after that. Guess what happened? Pound. Got hit again. Guess what? Tried it again. Now my fucking whole situation got cracked. Niggas running down on me with choppers and shit. Be a bunch of BB gun shooting ass niggas out here fake beefing. Now they act like, yeah, I'm dragging, I'm beefing. You ain't fucking beefing. Y'all niggas ain't got no real fucking beefs out here, yo. Y'all niggas beefing with kids. Fucking juveniles and shit like that, my nigga. I ain't got no real shit going on to keep speaking on my shit and all that, yo. The fuck?
Bengadilo, remember to subscribe. I've seen so many impulsive reactions that I took a step back to just observe before I react. Because many times you don't get more chances to react.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move and he bowed up. This is murder. I don't know I know they have someone in custody.
Yeah, we do.
And you know what? I already forgive this person.
Already?
Already. God takes care of things. God's going to take care of me. God's going to take care of my family.
The victim's father says these two teens did not know each other before today. We do need to stress that police have not said what they believe led up to this deadly encounter. There is a prayer vigil tonight at 7 p.m. at Hope Fellowship Church right here in Frisco.
And I'm just glad he's able to do that, because sometimes you can't hang on to a pain. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe this kid might be a good kid after this whole incident, but that's not in your hand. Maybe he will learn his lesson in a worse way. That is not in your hand. All I know is sometimes you give everything to God and you just go forward. That's how I did it, without a mom, without an eye. I don't fight with people that don't like me, even if I think they're racist. If you don't understand that, cool. If you don't believe people can forgive, cool. I just wish if we were in a world that more people could forgive and not go back, get angry and come back with a knife and stab the person. I don't know. Maybe forgive the person that took your seat. But somebody tweeted, "We've heard this story before. What narrative are you talking about?" And a quick Google search will prove you wrong. A white man was deleted. You have all the information.
I never hit my children.
I feel bad for these kids because they're learning impulsiveness from their parents and they don't even understand. It becomes into the gene pool. That's such a bad thing. Especially when you name it, hey, I'm going to protect it on the culture. It's our thing. It's our defense mechanism. I'm like, hey, brah, be careful with that.
Pretty good for a meat puppet.
In all honesty, I've made more friends by forgiving them and by not being impulsive.
No, he needs to get out of our government. We didn't elect him. He needs to go. And
What do you think of Dr. Fauci?
I love Dr.
Do
Fauci.
you think we elected him?
Pow. He was appointed by our president, so no, he needs to get...
That's why I just believe this is impulsive reaction. White or black, it's usually bad.
We're going to behead you, they're saying, alongside cutting motions.
Look how young these kids are. I mean, some of them don't look more than 6, 8, 10, but they're making very violent gestures towards us. And this is what many are worried about, because they have been kept in this very difficult situation for so many years. And those are the ones, these young people, who they fear might be used as IS recruits.
Some of these ISIS wives and families have been here for more than 6 years. Many of the children have been born here and don't like outsiders, particularly Western ones. Young ones right now, but they're feared to be the next generation of cubs of the caliphate if they don't get rehabilitation or psychological help. They, like everyone else here, taunt their Kurdish guards that ISIS will soon be back in control and freeing them.
Most of the people in the camp are utterly dependent on aid, and 70% of it comes from US aid. So a sudden dramatic cut in aid has had not just an impact on their feelings of vulnerability, but also has led to a spike in attacks, restlessness, and frankly, anger.
In the women's market, it doesn't take long to discover where their allegiances lie. We love the Islamic State, she says. We're free in the Islamic State. Here, we are captives.
That caught me a little off guard. You feel imprisoned there, but you had to leave your own country because things are kinda hectic, right? These kids are kids of ISIS, and they're doing this gesture as if it's a normal thing. I don't think they just learned it that day. That would be odd because things were already happening in your country and that's why you left. I think we should help everybody. I think we should have empathy. But then again, if you live in a country when the heroes are firefighters, you want to be a firefighter.
The final thing that I'll say, because you've been gracious, is this. When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, let me tell you something. When I walk in, I'm going to walk in with a level of rapport and understanding that maybe some of my other colleagues will not. Charlie offered me my job, And I worked my butt off, and I worked really, really hard for all of my clients, not just those that look like me. And that is what it looks like to serve.
So you kind of admitted you're a DEI hire. Why? Because when he asked you,
Why?
you could have just said,
When I walk in, I'm going to walk in with a level of rapport and understanding that maybe some of my other colleagues will not.
but you didn't. Because you said,
Because I'm black.
I've gotten jobs because I was nice. I've gotten jobs because I admitted I don't know how to do this. But I've learned, for example, I did this, I did this, that. And people were like, I'm actually surprised that you admit you did the mistake and you explained how you conquered all your mistakes. But I would never say, hey man, hire me because I'm disabled, because I have one eye.
About their status. And just to slightly push back on Mark, even if you tell me and you prove that they're gang members, I'm not so sure that I'm okay with them being sent off to be tortured in a foreign country, but I'll leave that aside.
So let me get this straight. You want people that came illegally to be arrested in America, as if America doesn't have an overpopulation of their own people getting arrested. But at the same time, you think it's torture to send them somewhere else, but it might not be torture to keep them in your own country.
Stop that. It makes no sense.
Even if they're illegal.
The breaking news just coming in, a harrowing scene. Authorities say a gunman opening fire, a deadly pharmacy shooting. Authorities say he was angry with pharmacies. And it all comes as the suspect in the murder of the United Healthcare CEO is also in the news tonight. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi now seeking the death penalty against Luigi Mangione. ABC's chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky tonight with the images from this deadly pharmacy shooting just coming in.
Tonight, police in California are investigating a deadly shooting targeting a major pharmacy chain after this man allegedly shot a Walgreens employee. The suspect, Narciso Gallardo Fernandez, is seen, police say, shooting at this surveillance camera inside the store, where he allegedly shot and killed employee Eric Velasquez and opened fire on other workers as they fled outside. A customer inside hiding in the store bathroom.
When they arrived, they found Narciso out front, the suspect, who was reloading his handgun at his vehicle.
Police say the suspect did not know the employee he killed.
We do know he has a general disdain or grudge against pharmacies, large-scale pharmacies, by statements made. That is one of the reasons why Walgreens was selected.
Law enforcement officials around the country have warned of the potential for violence after the assassination-style killing of United Healthcare Chief Brian Thompson.
I've warned people about this. Keep celebrating this guy even if he did something that I totally disagree with. We need to justify his anger. We need to try to stop certain things because I know certain people that stand behind you, looking at you, justifying it. Hey, maybe we might be creating more copycats than we think.
Tonight, Attorney General Pam Bondi announced that Thompson's alleged killer, Luigi Mangione, would face the death penalty if convicted.
The level of political motivated violence in this country is insane, and it's all coming from the left. They project accusing us of extremism and eroding law and order. They have been literally burning entire cities down, committing mass terrorism, carving swastika in personal properties, and now cold-blooded murder. These people are evil. Leftism is evil. I would not say it's evil like that, but we need to challenge it way more, because if you don't want to challenge it with me on both sides, hey,
don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Butta fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam jam, turloqueta, verdetta, welcome.